Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. Sorry that intro got a little borked. Um, Ryan, how are
I'm
you
in,
feeling, buddy?
I'm in jail. I'm pretty dejected. I mean, I'm confident that I will survive, and clinging on to that hope. But I'm probably not going to do anything for days. Like, let me know if if someone visits me in the cell. But I'll
Oh yeah, no,
probably
the day that
rest.
you wake up, there's a questioning going on.
Yeah, sure.
You are brought before the town sheriff
Have
as
I? Is
well
okay?
as the
So it's one
mayor.
HP. 1 HP.
1
Yeah.
HP. You're brought before the sheriff, the mayor, and the local lord, whose name is Henrik. And there is a court or a
I
tribunal.
wish. I wish this wasn't second edition where I lost all of my spells when I went unconscious.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't
So
be
I
as
got
much fun.
I'm I was I guess I said this during the break, but I had said to Neil, I'm worse than a zeroth level fighter right now. I have one
Yes.
HP, no combat ability whatsoever, and I lost all my spells because I got knocked out.
Yes.
So I've got
Um,
to go into this trial with nothing but my 9 charisma to
and
pull me
your hands
through.
are shackled to one another, just like shackle on shackle. You can move them like this, pretty much,
Yeah,
to keep you from casting any spells. Because not everyone is that
I'm
bright there.
surprised they haven't gagged me.
It's the Age of Might. Not everyone knows all that much about wizards goings-ons, you know? Or the Age of... I'm sorry, it's the Age of Heroes, right? I don't know. It's some early on age. Not everyone knows what's going on. You are brought out. You see Rockbreaker is here in the court. Actually, he's
I
just
give.
outside of the court. He is in one of those, not gallows. What are they called when you get your hands through the thing and your
Oh
head through
no!
it?
Oh no!
Yeah, Rockbreaker's
I
stuck
try
in one
and
of
give him
those.
a cheerful look and a wink with my green eye.
He gives you a
But
dirty glare.
oh no. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, I go where they take me. I still haven't said a word since I regained consciousness.
All right. You are placed before the courtroom, and the sheriff steps out in front and says, Mr. Fenric, as your dwarven friend out there seemed to identify you. Is that your real name?
Uh, yes'm.
You are
Henry.
here to stand trial for the burning down of. I don't. Did we give this place a name? No. The
No, we should.
burning
It does have
down
a name, but it doesn't matter anymore because
of
it
the
burned
ferry bottom.
down.
How do you plead?
Uh, Not guilty, sir.
State
Um,
your case.
uh, I am well versed in the magical arts, so I would consider myself an expert on the subject at hand. Uh, I do not know the name of the wizard, the thief who stole that powerful magical blade from me.
Charm in the red.
But Charmin the Red, actually, I did know that. Damn it, I forgot. I forgot. I took a blow to the head. I don't know where the sword hit me. Probably in the chest.
Yeah.
I took a mighty blow recently. I forgive me. Charmin the Red. Yes. You see, he stole this blade from me back in Lurksund, um, and he did not know the power that it held. He inadvertently invoked its fiery wrath upon the tavern without understanding what he was doing. He must be forgiven for his ignorance, but
Many witnesses say that you threw at him a flaming oil, which is what set
uh,
the room on fire.
a flaming oil. Uh,
That you
well, shit.
conjured burning flames from your hand.
it might have looked like that. Damn it! I was hoping they wouldn't have caught that. I don't know how the grease spell looks when it's cast necessarily, because it starts from just a little nib of butter,
It just kind of
and
expands and
I was hoping it would have looked like a fireball went off on him.
it kind. I mean, from your perspective, there was nothing, and then there was like fire exploding on him. But to
And out
someone
of the
who's
fire, his charred corpse
right,
falls on me and knocked me out. I went pretty fast.
yeah,
uh, uh, no, sir. The source of the flame was undoubtedly the blade. It may have it all happened very fast. It may have been confusing to onlookers, but I remember it clearly, and am I have the most knowledge of this blade, considering it is mine.
the sheriff starts pacing back and forth in front of you, looks down for a moment, gives a look at the mayor, looks back at you, and goes, "Is there anyone out here that can vouch for you to say that this sword is indeed yours?
uh,
Surely
uh,
a blade like that has drawn the attention of many, and if it is truly
mm,
yours and what you say, there should be someone who can vouch for you."
uh, there is my esteemed bodyguard Rockbreaker, who you have in change for some in chains for some unknown reason. Do you hold him guilty of a crime?
Resist an arrest?
Rockbreaker, you damn fool. He has been in my employ for I don't know. How many days was I out? He's been in my employ for several days. He has seen me in possession of the sword. He has witnessed to my yeah.
That's what he
Uh,
said. But hardly a witness that is in your employ is hardly a credible one. Do you have someone that is not
how
currently being
many?
paid by you that can vouch for the authenticity of this?
Why I have you not heard any news from Lurksund in the last? It's had to have been days that I've been locked up.
Word has come of a man and a dwarf who have slain some of the snow bears around, but that does
A
not.
man by the name of Fenric the Wild who slew a an entire cavern of yetis with a flaming blade.
There's a bit of a ripple through the audience at this moment. And the sheriff says, "Well, you may have done that, but you may also have burned down the ferry bottom. One good deed does not wipe out one bad deed."
I am sincerely sorry. It burned down, really?
All the way. If it wasn't for this blasted
Was
winter, maybe some of the rest of the town would have been burned down. You should consider yourself
was
lucky.
was anybody hurt?
3 men are dead. The wizard named Charmin and two of his bodyguards.
Well, uh,
What do you have to say to the proprietor of the inn? Who he nods, and a man stands up, hat in his hands, kind of just playing with it and giving you like a
how,
combination of like really sad and guilty feeling, and then also just like utter hatred and loathing.
well, you stole all my shit. And I, I look down, but how much does an inn cost? I looked at the proprietor. I
I don't know
mean,
how much it did cost. Probably on the order like to
yeah,
build
way more
the
than I
inn.
have. But
Probably like to build the whole inn would probably take like 200 gold or something, 400 gold.
I mean, we can build a new inn. I'm more concerned with the human life. I mean, what's wrong with you people?
Well, arguments happen every day over items. One man steals something, another man tries to get it back. Push comes to shove. That situation's very difficult to judge, and that is why we asked if you had some sort of person that could vouch for the authenticity of this blade being yours. If so, then you are clearly in the right, and those men deserve to die. If not, well, we could be having a hanging. Dig deep, little
What?
boy, says the sheriff.
Give Send them. Have you seriously not heard word from Lurksund? This is troubling.
We have heard about your deeds in Lurksund, but no one there seems to have corroborated that you had a flaming sword with you.
Oh, you're gonna have to dig deep. There's it's gonna be. I mean, you don't exactly advertise you have a flaming sword, am I right?
Who would keep such a thing hidden?
It's a very dangerous and powerful artifact. You don't exactly pull that shit out every Tuesday.
There's a slight
There's
chuckle
there's
that
an
goes through the crowd, and you notice the lord of the town gives you like a frown. Give me a perception check.
oh, am I about to get hung? RD 20 plus 12. 20? No, probably not quite enough to notice anything.
Yeah, I mean you're
Yield.
pretty focused on it. It looks close enough. You see that he is sporting this chain mail that looks. I mean, it sparkles and it shines in a way that other chainmail does not. And as he shifts, it like moves on him like it's as if it were cloth. It looks. You've heard rumors of elven chainmail or mithril
Sure.
mail, and this looks
Yeah.
like one of those two things. And
Who is?
glancing
I
over
don't.
his, you
Is this the
also
mayor?
this is no the lord of the town,
Okay.
and overlooking him as well. His cloak seems to be fastened with some sort of brooch that is gem studded, and it might just be a gem studded brooch, or it could be like a magical brooch. It's fancy enough to be imbued with magic. And the crowd kind of chuckles when you talk about hiding your gear.
Okay. Uh, there is an old sage in Elmstead that saw me with his blade. Probably a pair of elves, his halfling servant. But the number of yeah. Anyways, I sort of trail
Elmstead's a
off.
far
Look into
way.
this.
Do you have anyone closer?
I look clearly. I'll be here a while. I mean, I'm like beat. I look like shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm like dirty and blood stained and tattered robes at this point. Clearly, I'm not moving anywhere fast. Why don't we wait this one out? Get me healthy.
Give me the name of your sage, and we will have him brought here and question him.
Are you serious? His name's Newt. He lives in a squat tower to the west of town.
The mayor goes, I know this man. I will send
He's
for him.
he's old and sick. Bring Portia, the halfling, his servant. I say much healthier and more able to the journey. But perhaps get Newt's deposition.
Don't
Ah,
tell us how to do our job. Guards,
Oh.
take him away, and you are dragged off in chains.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's see. You are in Ansdrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, another.
Oh shit! I should have given them the name of that merchant or of the wealthy nobleman that gave me all this money. I don't even remember his name. That's probably on my character sheet. Anyways,
The
okay,
lord
carry
that you're
on.
working for to do your stuff.
Yeah, that would have been
I mean, you
the.
can still give it to him as you're being dragged off if you would like. There's no reason that you can't tell the guards, hold on, I remember something.
No, I'm actually not sure if I want to bring him into this. Like I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'll let them drag me off. But that just popped into my head. What is his name even? Guess I could have also sent folk and Marmon. Anyway, so we'll see. I thought they would be like, he's so far away, not worth it. Nope, they're gonna lock me up. So, but they'll let me heal.
Okay, yeah.
At least.
If you don't say anything else, they will get Newt. It takes 2 weeks for him to arrive, but he and Portia
And I don't get any
Both
of.
arrive. No,
I'm
you
just
gain.
in a jail cell for
You're
this
in a
time,
jail
right?
cell, but you gain full HP. And that night, Rockbreaker is brought inside into the jail cell next to yours. And he gives you a dirty glare and goes, "I hope you know I'm counting this for your time, and I hope you can get us out of here."
I'm working on it. Working on it.
Okay.
Uh,
Is there anything you'd like to do for the 2 weeks you guys are in jail?
I can't. I mean, no. I mean, I'll get back to 5 HP. I can't. There's no way I can recover spells without my book. I'm not planning. I'm not going to try to break out of jail. God, I've got a whole bunch of. I got a pound of poisoned starleaf in my bag. I hope no one like. I don't even know. I hope that's still in the evidence locker. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. 2 weeks pass, and brought before you are Portia and Newt. You are dragged back into this area. Any facial hair that you may be able to grow is grown out. 2 weeks. A little
Yeah,
over
I've got
2 weeks now.
I've got a scraggly red beard at this point.
Yeah. Rockbreaker is brought out with you. He has
What?
spent most of his days out in just kind of in the public stockades. He tells you that he spent a week out there total. A few days before you woke
Jesus.
up and a few days after you woke up. And then he spends the rest of the time in the jail cell next to you.
Newt, you can keep the fucking sword. Just get us out of here. It's cursed. I believe you.
Newt nods his head as the deposition continues, and Newt says, "This young man indeed brought the sword to me. I have seen it in his possession. It is, as he says, true. Uh, and he is a troubling one, but he tends to have a good heart. It's a little bit on the self-centered side from time to time, but he did not lie. The blade is indeed his. Portia can vouch for that as well. Portia does. And um, the sheriff asks if you have anything else you'd like to say in your defense before they bring down their sentence and their ruling.
Ruling. Just gonna owe a shit ton of money. Yeah, I mean, I don't speak.
Okay. The
I'm not. Yeah.
verdict comes down that you were in the right in trying to obtain the items from yourself for yourself. That you will not be tried for murder. You know, it was self-defense. It was reclamation of your stolen property. Those two are okay to be dead. However, you are going to have to pay for half the cost of the inn being rebuilt, which comes out to 200 gold pieces.
Which I absolutely do not have. I mean, so do they? Is like they're like a payment plan built into it, or do they're just straight up like you owe 200 gold pieces,
You
pay
owe
up?
200 gold. If you cannot pay it, you can work it off for him, or
Okay,
come.
so do they let me go and give me my? I mean, how
They
does
will
this
let you go.
process?
They will give you your stuff back.
So I'm still locked. I mean, you're summarizing here.
Yeah,
So
I'm
am
summarizing
I
because
set
otherwise it would
free?
take way too long, and it's not that interesting.
Yeah, but do they set it up as if this you owe 200 gold to the innkeeper?
You owe 200 gold to the innkeeper.
You're free to
Um,
go, or do they like say like give him 200 gold or you can't?
no, it's you have to make the money that you owe him and then pay him back for it. However, you are not allowed to leave town. You must make the money in town. If you are, if you leave town without permission from the sheriff, then a bounty will be put on your head and spread to the nearby townships. And when you are brought
This is
back,
an
you will
awful.
be.
Okay. I mean, whatever. I mean, Fenric doesn't give a shit about any of this, honestly. I mean, mostly wants his spellbook back and his others. I mean, he had some, and yeah, he had some priceless objects in his possession. And that's mostly where
Yeah.
his sights are right now.
Uh,
So I mean, do they let him?
yes.
Do they unchain me?
They let you and Rockbreaker go.
Do they give me my stuff back?
They
I mean,
give
am
you
I
all
gonna
your
have to?
stuff back. At
What
the
should I
end of it,
delete from my
Rockbreaker.
character sheet?
Yeah, you have all your gear back. They give you your
Right.
magic sword back too.
Really?
Yep, it's yours.
Oh shit! I'm probably not. I'm not gonna give that to Newt. No way. They just hand it to me.
Yeah, they just hand it to you.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to write that back in. I deleted it, assuming it was just gone.
Nope. Rockbreaker tells you that his time is up with your service, and that he's going to head back to Marmon, because he's free to go. He's just your lackey,
Yeah.
and so he leaves. Newt comes to you after everything is done, after you've been re-geared, and pulls you aside, kind of outside of the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
And he leans in and says, "So, Mr. Fenric, do you believe me now? You've killed innocent men, over this blade."
I'm having second thoughts here, Newt. I think that I may need this blade in my quest north to melt the snows. And I'm feeling awful bad about my dishonesty with you. But I'm not sure if I will be giving it back after all. I'm sort of scratching my scraggly beard at this point. I've got they gave me all my weapons back.
All
They
your
gave me my
gear.
sword back.
Yep.
So I've got my shaving kit, my nice razor and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shave. I'm gonna try and get away from Newt. If I mean, does he like follow me as I like go to get a? I don't know.
I mean, if that was the last thing you said,
clean
and then you
myself
turned
up.
to leave, he goes, I didn't have to come here and vouch for you. You ought to consider that.
I pause. You're right. I mean, I assume you don't need money. Do you need? I don't know.
I'm trying to
You
save your
told me.
soul, son. Give me
I
the
sort-
sword.
Really? That's your honest opinion after my whole spiel about this quest north to melt the snow? There is an evil sorcerer in the maw of the devouring marsh, manipulating an artifact far beyond his control. Do you see what he's done with the weather? Someone has to stop this shit.
Evil will always turn in upon itself. You must find a better path to solve this. A man given a sword will find the answer to everything is to cut at it.
Well, that's why it mostly stays wrapped up in my backpack, except when there's yetis that need killing.
He shakes his head. Man thinks the only
Have
way
you-
to kill a fly is to swat at it until the fly lands on his balls.
Okay, I'm
And then
trying
the man
not. Okay,
thinks of a new method.
I'm walking away, Newt. I'm walking away. Unless you're gonna unleash some 7th level spell on me, I'm just walking away from Newt.
Okay, he leaves, or you leave, and Newt and Portia depart back.
I waved to Portia. I feel yeah. I hope how's the little guy doing? Does he look I don't know.
Excited.
He's not being
He doesn't
mistreated
get
in any way.
No, he's
Oh,
not
he's
being. Yeah.
okay.
He's pretty excited about the whole thing.
It's not. Old
Okay.
Newt's treating him all right. His little cupboard beneath the stairs.
So as you walk away, you run into the innkeeper. And he looks at you and goes, "So, you owe me some serious money."
About that.
Yeah.
I honestly intend to repay you, sir, but
But you don't have it.
200 gold for an inn? I have some gold to get you started, buy you some building materials and get the ground broken on your remodel. However, This may have to be an ongoing negotiation.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
Why?
can always work it off. If you put in the labor to rebuild it by yourself, we'll consider it square. I just want my inn back.
Sir, you will have your inn back and better. In fact, when this is all done in a few months, you will be thanking me.
Mm-hmm. I
Come,
find that
come. Let us let
unlikely.
us let us discuss. Lunch. Lunch is on me, and so are the drafting papers. And try and see if he'll like spend the afternoon with me,
Oh, he will.
and
He burned
probably the
down
next
his
couple of
house. He
months.
literally has nowhere to go.
Yeah. So I'll take him. Okay. I'm gonna stop by a shop and pick up a bunch of like papyrus.
Okay.
Is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because that's the cheapest way to get writing surfaces generally,
Right.
at least according to the player's handbook.
Papyrus is cheap. Parchment is less cheap. Paper is expensive.
But sometimes papyrus is tough to get your hands on,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the campaign setting.
Yeah, in this setting, it is not too bad. It's probably difficult to produce right now, but to sell the existing stock is not bad at all because
Right.
it doesn't get
And
bought very often.
by the way, I strap the sword to my waist, silver sheath and all. At least for the
Okay.
time being. I'm gonna probably
Papyrus is
consider
8 silver per sheet.
8 silver a sheet. Let's. All right. I'm gonna get 8 times. Let's get 5 sheets of it. So that's 40 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right. 5 sheets. Papyrus. All right. Figure that out. Later, and then probably I'll probably take him to his competitions for lunch, like some other tavern, and buy him lunch. And I'm gonna start drafting up design. Like I'm gonna start. I don't know if I'll start with the floor plan that I remember from the tavern that we blew up, but I'll like do like a nice draft of
Okay.
his of like a new inn
Give
for him
me
or
an
whatever.
engineering check, which we'll just consider an architecture check.
I have an engineering proficiency.
Yeah, so just give me a check.
And which is actually int with a penalty, I believe.
Right.
So this isn't something that's like an easy. Oh wow! I just slaughtered that dice roll. Way better. So poor G-Tech's probably back there with his broken ass peg leg. But I just like draw the sweetest picture. Like I do like a bunch of like perspectives of like this is the street view of your new hip.
Yeah, I mean, you draw it out. It's got,
Yeah.
2 hearths just like the last one, but it's laid out significantly better so that the kitchen can use one of the same hearths, so you don't have to like have 3 hearths. You just use 2 and provide the same amount of area, and the kitchen won't overheat this way. And
He's
you
gonna
put
do
the bar here, and you
organic gluten-free wood-fire pizza in
right.
his hearth, and he's just going to get all the business.
And you explain how you can get like this tubing so that way he can keep his kegs underground and then pump the beer up into people's
Oh yeah,
glasses instead of like having
I
to
do, dude. Hold on, can I stop? I'm gonna let you finish, but I do have a brewing proficiency. Can I roll a check on that as well?
give it to me.
RG20 plus 16. Oh god, it's
Oh my
not.
god.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I probably invent something new. I probably invent the first like I don't even like tap for like
Yeah.
a bar room.
Yeah, it's
Where
the first
you've
like
got
tap with a
kegs,
hose
tubes,
and
and there's like kegs in a refrigerator somewhere like underneath the bar, and you just got like endless supply of beer from his
and
bar.
all he's got to do is like change where the
And he's
hose
probably
goes to.
skeptical, but I'm drawing pretty pictures while I'm talking, so
Yeah.
he's following along at least for
You
now.
spend the rest of the day doing this with him, and at the end of it, he's pretty excited about what you
Oh, yeah.
promise. He goes, all right, all right. If this is as good as you say it is, then I might be happy at the end of it all. But I still need money to build it.
How much do I think my tap is gonna cost to construct?
You're gonna need the extra underground basement space plus all that other stuff, so it's gonna cost another 50 gold in terms of labor and supplies. So at this point, you owe 250 to him. And during the exchange, when he's talking about how much you owe him, and you guys are working out the prices, everything goes well. If you can't pay for it up front, maybe you could just give me something else of yours that's valuable. And he gives a little chuckle. Something maybe that started all this mess. Considered an even trade.
Nice try, but you can't handle the heat, sir.
Maybe
With
you
all
just
due
chip out
respect.
one of them gems on the hilt. Hand that over.
I take a look down. I've never really thought. Do I think that'd be possible? You said, are there actually gems in the hilt?
There are
As
gems in the
I
hilt.
remembered? I'm gonna like. Are they just like? Are we? I'm gonna pull it out, still sheathed onto the table, and try to inspect it. I mean, I'm a fucking hedge wizard. I don't know anything about magical items. I'm probably gonna try and I'll pull out a knife, I've got like my little boot knife or whatever I got, my little D3 shiv,
You
and I'm
pull out
gonna
your
see
boot
if
knife and you
I'm
see
gonna.
him like licking his lips at the thing. And I mean, not licking them fully, but like
I don't know, magic. God, I think magical items do not like being disassembled. Like I think I'm about to just die right here. But
you
let's
see.
hope that I get a check before I
Okay.
explode everything.
You
I'm gonna
see
see.
greed
I'm
in
gonna.
his eyes as you pry one of the gems out.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how it's attached, and if it's something I could even. I mean, it's just an ordinary steel blade. I doubt it's gonna.
Okay.
It probably won't even. I mean, the weapon probably gets a saving throw. Oh
Um,
shit! There was that wizard spellbook I was supposed to check up on. That was another thing I was.
as you go to pry the gem out, you feel a pressure in your mind.
Which direction is it pushing?
Inward. You can go with it or you can resist it. If you resist it, you need to give me a saving throw versus spell, or you can go with the pressure. This is a new experience for you, and you have no idea what it means, but you can draw any conclusions from this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll my saving throw versus spell,
Give me a
and I'm
save versus
probably gonna
spell.
stop. I'll make the save first, and then hopefully be able to declare that I'm pulling back. I mean, I'm retracting the knife or whatever. I'm like stopping the active pressure of
Okay.
force to the little gemstone. All right. What is my saving throw versus spell? I assume it hasn't changed since level up. All right, 12. RD 20. I'll just add 12. DC 21. 24.
Well, I was just gonna say you take the number or higher, but it doesn't matter because you passed it. You rolled a 12.
Okay, I announced what I was doing as I was either way. Actually, either way, that is a pass with a 12.
Right.
But,
Right.
I announced as I was rolling
Yeah.
the method. It's the same thing. So it's either you So to the viewers that aren't as familiar with second edition, in the rules as written, your saving throw, you just roll a flat d20 with no modifiers, and you compare to a table based on your class and level.
But the way you did it doesn't make sense because then
I
your
did it.
saving
Oh
throw is
yeah, I did
18.
it. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, you're right. That's
Yeah.
well. What I said it really fast as I was rolling it. I rolled it like 5e style, where you add a proficiency bonus, but I made it 12 and then compared it to
Right.
21.
But saving throws are weird because the lower is better, so you would want to subtract it, and then be 0 or lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is not. I mean, Neil. Yeah, this is not. I don't know. Anyways.
The 12 is good. You're fine.
It's 12 is fine either way, but I rolled.
You feel this force pushing on your mind, and you kind of shake your head and shake it off, and you can follow through with whatever action you'd like. So you continue to pry the gem out.
I don't know.
So you get the blade out, and you get it right up to the gem, and then you pause.
Okay, so I didn't even try to pry it.
Not yet. The pressure happens right before you get there, and the innkeeper says, "Well, what are you waiting for? Sapphire's as big as my eyeball.
I'm afraid
That ruby's as big as my eye. I'll definitely cover the cost."
It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. I don't have anything else of value. Fuck. And Rockbreak,
The sheath is made out of pure silver.
Oh, dude. Oh God. Okay, I tell you, I stopped. That was very close. I was this close to saying I unsheath it.
I heard.
I say, I wonder if the sheath is magical. It probably is, huh? It's probably what keeps the fire contained. Do I think I can make another sheath that would hold it? If I just had like an iron, it would just no. They're one
I
item.
mean, you've got some questions to ask there. I think you have the magical tools on hand to figure out the answers.
Yeah, I'm gonna shrug him off. I tell him that I'll see him tomorrow, and
What about the gold?
I mean, okay. So I pay. I say lunch is on me. We'll get some laborers started tomorrow to clean up the mess. I don't. I mean, I. You need some spending cash? Do you need a
I thought
per
we were
diem?
about to settle this. Why won't you take the gem out?
Oh yeah, I put the sort of. Oh yeah, I admit that was kind of weird to you. I think a little faster than you than most folk. Yeah, I just had a little monologue with myself and the evil voice inside my head, known as the GM.
It's no evil.
Yeah, this is this. I cannot disassemble this blade without interfering with the magic that weaves it together. I will have to see. I will have to research this further. But I don't know. I hand him a gold. I just slide him a gold across the table. I know this isn't much, but it'll buy you dinner later tonight.
All right. Well, we
I'll
got
see
your
if-
number, boy. You better.
Yeah, I'll see you first thing in the morning at your inn to get things cleaned up.
Okay. You guys depart. Go separate ways.
How much was lunch? Or was
7
food?
silver.
7 silver.
Yeah. When you said you're paying, he wolfed down like 4 portions.
Yeah.
So what is your plan to make amends for burning down a building?
I don't know. I mean, I have the powers to leave town and never be heard from again, but I'm not really sure if that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I really wish I could just buy my way out of this, but I'm not that flush. And I don't think I can just start taking gems out of this magic sword. Are we overdue for a break, or how long?
No. We got plenty of time. We broke early last time, so we can break now if you'd like.
Are we off schedule? No, let's go. Let's keep going.
I want to change away from like a hard hour schedule to just kind of wherever breaks fall naturally. So if now is a
Sure,
good time to break,
let's take a break. I'm
All
out of jail. I got my ship back, including the sword. Surprisingly, that was pretty easy.
justice
I
prevails in this land, my friend.
I forgot to try and negotiate the wizard spellbook, but I felt like that's asking too much, so I'm gonna let.
You heard from Rockbreaker while you guys were sitting in jail that there was no spellbook found on him. Him and all of his belongings burned up, and in the inn burn. So
Yeah, I'm gonna count my blessings that I'm still alive,
Yeah.
and I finally got a chance to heal. Thank you, jail, for feeding me and keeping me safe from danger.
okay, we will see
Yay,
you guys
jail.
on the other side. Bye bye.